wet start for November, and it's Friday. It's just kind of...
Yeah, it's not the perfect, Friday where you throw the sunroof down and have some cool temperatures, but we are getting much needed rain, and I think that's what's most important, especially since we're talking about fires. This rain is going to help with those fire conditions somewhat because we were so dry in October. Let's take a look right now at have a destructive thunderstorm warning out for parts of Menifee County until 4:30. We are going to stay on Facebook Live until this expires. This is for parts of Menifee County until 4:30. Risks are 80-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail associated with this storm. This is moving down parts of 460, parts of Mount Sterling. Right now, this is going to move into areas such as Jeffersonville and the next about 15 minutes, and it's continue to move east. Well, it was a picture-perfect day today. We had temperatures in the low 70s. Honestly, a really nice day, and you saw people out there eating honey buns. That's just how nice the weather was. It was great for big gatherings. I won't complain about it too much. October so far, we've had 11 above average days. This past week was actually pretty chilly. We had 5 days in a row where we were below average, and even had a Tuesday where our high was only 50 degrees. Yesterday we got up to 73. Today we got to 70. That's going to be 1 degree above our high, which the average is sitting around 69 this time of year, and it's going to continue to drop down for right now. As we take a bigger look, we do have a system coming in that's going to really change our weather. Now, we are going to have more southeasterly wind flow in tomorrow, bringing our temperatures into the low 80s, high 70s. Then we're going to have Canadian air come down, and it's going to make us much cooler for your Saturday and Sunday. So if you're making any weekend plans, I'd say your Saturday morning could be a little wet, but your Sunday is going to be pretty clear, but a lot cooler. So we're going to see temperatures in the low 60s. We only had 2 days of rain, and that right now is setting us up on pace to be the driest October in recorded history. That would be less than the ½ an inch that was recorded back in 1987. Something to definitely look at over the next couple, which is right at our average. Our low, however, was almost 12 degrees above average. Nowhere near that record set back in 2013 at 29 degrees. But for October, we're sitting just under 0.2 of an inch for rain. That's almost 3 inches below where we need to be, and we're almost 5 inches below on the air. Looking at a little bit of cloud cover for those who don't like all the sun in the world, but tomorrow's probably going to be pretty sunny. Monday and Tuesday, we could see some partial clouds.
Drake, we were just joking about it's probably colder in here in the studio than it is outside.
Yeah, it definitely feels like you step outside and it's just kind of like, it's a little warm for the morning, but in here it's just like, yeah, maybe we need to turn it up just a little bit.
Yeah, it's not feeling like October.
Yeah, not at all, and it doesn't feel like October outside. It feels more like October in here. Looking at the WYMT first alert.
Drake, I get this front row seat to your forecast every day, or whoever's here, and I literally forgot an umbrella still.
Sometimes I also forget a jacket, and I'm just like, at some point, once you lock the door, you're just like, I don't want to go back in.
It's too late.
Yeah, and that rain's going to at least continue for the next couple of hours. So if you're watching right now, just grab that umbrella so you don't end up like us and getting wet on your way to work. Now, 59 degrees, not too bad right now. It's still a little bit warmer than what we should be, at least at this time of year. But it is raining right now, which we'll take because we need it a lot. We've had the driest October on record, and with that happening, we need all the rain we can get in November. Looking at the last 3 hours, we've seen rain move across and stay pretty consistent south of the Hal Rogers Parkway. The rain's starting to thin out a little bit. If you're, in parts of northern Perry County, Knott County, Leslie County, or anywhere north of that area, you're not really going to see much rain for the rest of the day. That big consistent line now moving off to the east-southeast. Current temperatures right now sitting in those high 50s to low 60s, a few mid-60s out there. Harlan sitting at 64 is the warmest right now. All right, looking at future view, like we talked about, by around 10 a.m., it's going to be mostly clear of showers. However, overcast skies do stick around. A few scattered showers throughout the night are possible, but by 6 p.m., we're going to be good. Not expecting many showers after that. And then we're looking at the next couple of days. Showers stay off to our west, but we do start to see a little bit more cloud cover as we get into Sunday night. Over the next 5 days, we are expecting maybe about another ½ inch of rain, most likely another ¼ inch. And for November, by this time, we're usually sitting at 63 with a low of 43. By November 30th, 52 and 35. So that's something that we're going to have to struggle to get to because it's been so hot this November. I would not be surprised to see above average temperatures all the way in. And speaking of above average temperatures, we have them right here. All the way into the 3rd week of November, the beginning of the 3rd week, we still have above average temperatures and just normal precipitation. And with it being dry season, normal means we're not going to get a lot. If you're going out to vote today, this is what your forecast looks like. We're sitting at 60 at 8 a.m., noon 62. By 4 p.m., we are going to be sitting at 67, starting to clear up then. And by 6 p.m., staying mostly clear, 65. That's when a lot of polls close. Some close a little bit earlier. Make sure you look and see when your poll closes. Looking at Hazard right now, 65 for the high, 68 in Manchester, and 68 in Jackson. And looking at your ARH 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view. Just more above average temperatures to have to deal with before we get a little bit of rain going into next week. Madison?